There are several steps to generate ideas for commercial designing using the Bootcamp bootleg method. Since it's a commercial design, the process from initial design to final outcome is long. A trend-setting idea is not thought of in one day and implemented the very next day. The whole work needs a design thinking process to strategize the steps to generate ideas for commercial designing. This video will present you with the steps to use the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That little notification bell will also help you to be always informed about our latest updates. Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method was first published as a working document through the Hasso-Plattner Institute of Design, aka the d.school, at Stanford in 2009. Bootleg is the name of the working document that captures some part of the foundation course of the Institute, i.e. Design Thinking Bootcamp. This is how it came to be known as Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method. The method involves 5 modes of operations to work on, and as you go forward towards each mode, you discover more steps to generate ideas for commercial designing. Many people wonder what the final stage of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method is. We receive numerous queries on a regular basis, asking the final stage in the Bootcamp bootleg process is. Let's take a look on this design methodology for professional designing to know its details and the name of the final stage of Bootcamp bootleg. 5 modes or stages of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method. Number 1. Empathize mode. The first mode of this design methodology for professional designing deals with human empathy. The Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method requires you to first understand the target audience, their likes, dislikes, habits, mindset, and everything that can affect their views of your design. This design methodology for professional designing requires you to engage in short encounters with people. For example, interviewing or interacting with a small group of your targeted audience will help you to understand the user's emotions, which guide their behaviors. In addition to that, you will need to create a personal experience space for yourself too. You will have to immerse into the experiences which your users are having to understand their perspective in a better way. These are some of the best steps to generate ideas for commercial designing. Number 2. Define mode. The define mode of this design methodology for professional designing deals with defining the data aggregated from the first mode. All the knowledge that you gathered from the first step is of primary focus now. You need to process and synthesize the findings into compelling insights and need to scope out a specific design idea. For that, you will need to develop a deep understanding of the audience and your design space, and then come up with your point of view. You can use several techniques like an empathy map or a journey map, POV Madlib, etc. In this mode, your point of view will guide you towards crafting a specific and compelling design brief, and moreover, it will help you proceed with the steps to generate ideas for commercial designing. Number 3. Ideate mode. The third mode of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method involves brainstorming of ideas. It aims to generate comprehensive design options. You will need to explore the vast ideation space that you created from all the insights of the define mode. By a wide ideation space, we mean both a large number of ideas and variations within those ideas. Evaluation of ideas is also necessary. You can use techniques like why-how laddering, powers of 10, etc. for boosting up your steps to generate ideas for commercial designing. From this, you can proceed to the next step of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method. Number 4. Prototype mode. The prototyping mode of this design methodology for professional designing deals with getting real with our ideas and a little away from the outlandishly creative side. The fourth step of these steps to generate ideas for commercial design involves prototyping anything that can be taken for testing. Build your design in a rough form at this stage. It will help you to learn and investigate a lot of different possibilities. User-driven prototyping is recommended the most, as it enables the user to engage with your prototype. Meanwhile, you should try to understand his or her empathetic views. Gain insights on user feedback about your prototype by observing their reactions and by talking to them about their experience. It will help you to progress through the steps to generate ideas for commercial designing for your final design. Number 5. Test mode, the final stage of Bootcamp bootleg. The final stage of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking methodology is the test mode, or the test phase. The final mode of this design methodology for professional designing is all about iteration of several processes on your final product. It gives you a chance to take a note on the feedback provided on your design, ideas, and the prototype. It helps you find the hidden mistakes and fallacies within your design or your final outcome. Try to overcome them and make your final product flawless. This was the in-depth description of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method and all of its modes. Use it to create better designs and outputs. Before we conclude this video on one of the top design thinking methodologies, we have compiled for you an interesting infographic. This infographic focuses on the various elements of design. Though they are basic in nature, many times we forget to incorporate them in a proper manner. Do not forget to run through this infographic when you are in the final stage of the Bootcamp bootleg design thinking method. You should definitely test your design for each of the elements mentioned in the infographic. If you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share it further with your friends. Waiting to hear your views in the comment section.